Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well. Make sure it's all shared out to my different platforms. Let me know where you're from in the chat. Let me know where you're from in the chat while we get started. Gonna wait on a few more people to the room. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see my screen also. All right, so looking like we're good on YouTube. So if you can hear me and see my screen on YouTube, give me a 1 in the chat. And I want to make sure I'm streaming over on Facebook. Hey Kim, how are you? All right, looks like we're good over here on Facebook. All right, so we're good to go. So welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. B. Marquita here, and I am the founder of Designing Made Easy, which houses Tutorial Tuesdays. Also the CEO of B Marketed Designs and the Backdrop Bug. And I am here to teach creative entrepreneurs, crafters, party planners, graphic designers to not only design using free resources, but also to create their full design empires with their custom digital designs. So today we're going to do the prom theme. So I'm going to do a prom design. But before we go there, I just want to remind you all, if you go to designingmadeeasy.com, so again, designing, DESIGNING, madeeasy.com, you can scroll down to the Design and Profit Academy. And today is going to be the last day to lock in the Aquarius birthday price for $19.87 per month. So that's $19.87 per month. So that will be increasing after Aquarius season is over, which is today. So designingmadeeasy.com, scroll down to Design and Profit Academy. You can learn more about it. Once you go to the link, you'll be able to read through. So the goal of the Design and Profit Academy is to master design, build your brand, and get paid for your creativity. So that's going to give you all the different phases that you need in order to build a successful design business empire. So you can go through this, read more about it. You'll see more about phase 1. That's going to be all about designing. So that's with GIMP, which is a free Photoshop alternative, Canva, and AI image generators. Phase 2, that's where you're going to move on up to getting paid with your designs. So if you want to go ahead and structure your business with your state and the federal government, there's the Birthing Your Business module. You also learn how to set up Shopify and Etsy, and how to do your marketing and branding. Now, this section for sure is worth this price and wait, because I'll definitely keep adding there because I do want to add more platforms where you can sell your digital products outside of Shopify and Etsy. And then, of course, there's the email marketing, lead magnets, all that kind of stuff, setting up your payment processors, PayPal, Stripe, Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, all that good stuff's going to be in there. And then phase three, this is where you're going to get your resources and your editable templates, your graphics, your fonts, and stuff like that, as well as live access to all the one-day designer blitz sessions and all of the 5-day designs to dollars challenges. So you'll get live access to those as well. You will have to pay for the replays at the Academy price, but you have free access to the live session. So yeah, go ahead and read more about it, see what members are saying, learn more about me, and that's it. So let's go ahead and get started with our design today. So I made a post in the Design and Made Easy community, like the overall app, if I can find it. Here it is, as well as on Facebook. But I'm actually going to choose from here because I did have somebody who's a member of Design and Profit Academy. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. When it's time to start doing Tutorial Tuesdays where I choose someone to design for, I'm going to pull from somebody who is a monthly member of Design and Profit Academy. So I think that was a pretty cool perk. So here's some pictures that I've done before. I asked who needed a prom design, and then to post, excuse me, I had the hiccup, excuse me, and to post their theme, colors, wording, and one image to qualify. And the first person to post was Jerry Adams. Such a gorgeous photo of her daughter. So I realized that she's a member of the Academy. So I'm just going to go in and design for her today. Now, if I get to more than one person, I'll go ahead and continue. But for now, congratulations, Jerry. If you're in here, I don't see you on the Zoom, maybe on Facebook or YouTube, but that's who I'm going to be designing for. So I'm actually going to pull from Canva and GIMP today. So I'm going to open my Canva and my GIMP. And I'm just going to switch back and forth because I have been implementing both recently. Although you can design on just one platform, it's completely up to you. But both of them have different features. So Canva, I can create like AI designs. I have access to the elements right away with my pro version, with the paid version. But with GIMP, I like creating my letters and my word art there and bring it over. So I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So she says her prom is May 3rd. The colors are lilac and bling. And there's the name. But I had GIMP already open because it's moving a little slow. So just a second. There we go. So I'm actually going to start off in Canva because I want to remove the background from this image. So I'm just going to right click. There we go. Copy image. I want to go over here to Canva. And I'm going to create a new document. So I'm going to go to create a design. And then get all this stuff off my screen. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I was trying to remove the zoom feature. I'm gonna actually close out of this file. So let's just go back. So create a design. I'm gonna go to custom size. And I'm gonna do a 5,000 by 5,000 pixel. So either 5,000 by 5,000 or 6,000 by 6,000 works for a square design. So this can be used for a backdrop or something that can be cut into a circle or part of a graphic for a chip bag, whatever you want to use it for. But that's my standard. So I'm going to click in here, Control V to paste that image. And it's just going to pop into place. And then I do have the Pro version, as I mentioned before. So I'm going to click on this image, go to Edit, or you can do BG Remover right here. So let's just do BG Remover. But as you can see, it'll take you both places. So inside of Canva Pro, we can remove that background. So when I did edit, it popped up over here under Magic Studio for the BG remover, but it's also right here on this main menu bar as well, where you can use it. And I just like to drag it in to crop it. So here's our image. And then we can go in and start creating a background. So she said she wanted, hold on, y'all, I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Of course, when I get on a call, I get all the messages, text messages ever. Do Not Disturb. There we go. Okay. So she said she wanted lilac and bling. So I'm just curious to what Canva can create for me for a background. So I'm going to go back to Canva. I'm going to go to my Magic Media over here on the left-hand side of the screen. And then I'm going to ask it for an image creation. I'm just going to say create an image with fancy feminine lilac colored elements. Lilac colored and bling diamond elements. I'm gonna click on generate images. I probably could explain that a little better, but let's see what we come up with. Oh, not too bad, actually. This one is cute. So you can click on the one you want to keep. So drag it into your canvas. Let's do generate again. Let's see what else it's going to create. But that was actually super cute. I wasn't even expecting it like that. Not the first rip. Mm, not crazy about that one. Let me delete it. Let's see about this one. So that's cute too. Now I'm not sure I'm going to actually use them. So let's see. Let's do it without the bling and see what it gives us. Create an image with fancy, feminine, lilac colored elements and detail. Let's I mean, they're cute. I'm gonna save them just to have, but I wouldn't necessarily use these. So I'm gonna just duplicate this page so I have them. And then just keep this one is kind of cute though. But I really like these as well. So here are some options. But if you do not have Canva Pro, you can always go in and go to Elements on the left-hand side. And then you can type in what you're looking for. So let's do, I'm gonna just put in lilac and see what happens. Because it's gonna give us graphics. It's gonna give us photos, videos. We're now looking for videos for a printed design. It gives us suggestions. So you can scroll through all the different graphics. What's this? Some glitter? Oh, no, that's a like a garland. Let's click on see all. I'm just curious to see what's here. So it's actually giving us the flowers. Here it gave like a little swirly background. So that's kind of cute. Let's go to photos. So here are some more that we can use as background. If you see a crown beside the image, that means it's pro. So these aren't too bad either. If you don't see the crown and you have a free account, you are able to use those. So this is what I like about Canva. It has images already in here. So you can play around with those. But yeah, I'm just gonna play around with a couple of these. So I'm just gonna scale them up to fit the full canvas. And then I'll go in and see which ones I want to keep, which ones I want to use. And then because this is on top and we can't see anything else, we need to play around with the layers. So how to get there, we need to go to position. And that's from our menu bar in Canva. Go to where it says layers, click on that tab, and you can click and drag the different layers. So let's say I want to move this one to the bottom. Now, if I want to scale this one up, just click on it and scale it up. That I can see this one being cute, but we'll see. I'm gonna move it down as well. Do I really like this one? I don't think so. And then here's this one. So this is super cute too. Like I've not seen any prom things made like this. So look, I just put that underneath her picture. That's already five. What y'all think? I mean, I ain't even put the words on it yet. So we can scale her up or down, depending on the size that we want it to be. We can place it. And then we're going to go in and put the words on it. So we're going to put, why did it not let me select? Vanessa's from, let me select it, please, and thank you. So it's going to give me a hard time, apparently. So VONNAE. So we're going to go to our text tool over here on the left-hand side of the screen. We're going to add a text box. So what I say, VONNAE with an apostrophe. Yeah. I won't let me type anymore. Man. How do you make an accent on an E in Canva? Mm, E with accent. I'm gonna just swipe this mug right from Google. Copy. I don't know if there's like a proper way to do that, but that's my technique. Paste it in there. There we have it. Apostrophe S. I'm gonna make this its own layer. And you can change the fonts, the colors, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do next. So we're going to make sure that this layer is selected. You can go up here to this top menu bar and go to fonts. If you hover over this first box, you can see all the fonts that are available in your account. If you have a pro version, you're able to upload fonts. So this is what you're seeing here. You see where it says uploaded fonts. Um, let's see how this Amaria look. And then you can scale it up. Let's click out of it and then click back in to drag it. And as you can see, we're gonna have to do like some shadows, some outlines or something to make it pop, as well as changing the color. But right now, let's just go ahead and get all of our text on here. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to change this to PROM. Click out, click back in, duplicate. And change this to 2025. Can y'all believe it's 2025? Craziness. So you can change the font to a different font if you would like. Let's see. Ooh, I didn't mean to duplicate. Let's see what this font looks like, or what this text looks like in a different font. Let's do like a bolded font. See, I like to do couple fonts, so I think that's cute. Like a bolded block font in addition to the cursive. And you can just drag the sides up, but it's completely up to you. Is that centering or not? There we go. So now let's change these colors. Any questions so far? Give me a 2 in the chat if everything's making sense. Especially you over here in the Zoom room. Give me a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. YouTube, I can see you over here. Let me know if that makes sense. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. All right. So looks like we're good to go. So we can change the colors of each of these text layers. I'm going to click on it. You can go to text color on that menu bar so you can see where it has the font, the size, the text color. Karen, what you doing over here in YouTube? Shouldn't you be in Zoom? Let me see something real quick. I'm just looking up Karen real quick, y'all. I just saw her right over here in YouTube. Like, why you not in Zoom? Mm-hmm. So Karen, log into the Mighty Networks site at app.designandmadeeasy.com. So go to the community, go to memberships, and then Design and Profit Academy. When you go to events, you'll see the link to the Zoom room. Need you over here on Zoom. Oh, you said you were on YouTube and saw me there. Well, hop on over to I did not mean to stop the share. Hop on over to Zoom. All right. So as I was saying, click on these text layers. You'll see the font, the size that we've scaled it to, and then you can change the text color. So Canva is very intuitive. So it will give you element colors like the actual text layers. We only have black and white available, but it will pull from the different photos that we have in this design file. So as you can see, it's pulling from that like portrait studio type background that I had, the glitter one, and then here's the one that's showing right now with the bling on it. So you can choose one of those colors, or you can go in here and do one of the solid colors if you so choose. But I usually like to stay within my color palette. Or since this has a bling, I can do the gray. Now, of course, it still isn't standing out. So we need to do like some outlines and stuff. So to do that, we're going to go all the way across this menu bar, go to effects, and then you're going to choose the style of effect you want. So you can do shadow, lift, you can hollow it out, you can do an outline. But the only thing over here in Canva, you can only apply one effect on a text layer. You'll have to duplicate and it'll still be a little harder to see, especially if you start doing double outlines and stuff. Um, and then like shadows within the outlines. It's a little harder to see over here in Canva, but it's really easy to do in GIMP once you know the steps. So let me finish over here in Canva. I'm gonna just do an outline. And it gave me a default color. You can change the color if you want by clicking on that. Let's say I want it to be, I like the purple. So you can increase or decrease the thickness of the outline. But as you can see, it's still like no real deal 3D effect that makes it pop out. And again, you can only do, because once I change the effect, it's going to take away the one that was previously there. So even if I was to duplicate this and then add a shadow, it's going to take away the duplicated outline. But I'll go ahead and finish showing you all here. Color. Oh, you can also curve text pretty easily over here as well. Where'd it go? Text. There we go. So you can curve text pretty easily here. And if you scroll down, you can change the arc of the curve. So I do like that about Canva as well. But I don't necessarily need a curve on this design. So I'm just move down to the next word, change my text color. And now this purple. And you can see that it's going to pop up the HTML or the hex code, which is the 6-digit alphanumeric code. So if you want to copy that just to have for later in case it doesn't pull up, you can copy that. But then I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to add an outline to this one as well. And let's do this the gray color. So I'm just inverting my text color and my outline color. Increase, decrease. And let's do the same thing for the number 2025. This effects, outline, change it to this color. Increase or decrease the outline. And then we can add some more elements to this if we would like. Let's see what we got. So I'm gonna go to elements. I'm gonna type in diamonds, if I can spell it. So you can see I have graphics, I have photos. I'm gonna go to see all for graphics. You can see most of these are pro. I'm gonna do some of these free diamonds. That's cute. Make sure I did say, okay, so she did say rhinestones. While I'm just going to town over here. Pretty, yeah, silver rhinestones. So I can add these in different places if I want to. That may be overkill since it already has it here. But let me show you how it looks on our different options. So let's say we didn't want to use the one with the bling on it. We can use this one. And you can see the colors stand out a little more for the text on this design. But we're gonna have to add some more graphics or something to make it complete. Um, because it's just not giving fully what I wanted to give. So you can do like borders, like a bling border. You can do more of these little diamonds in there. Let's see. Move this one up. So here's another option that I like. So that's actually pretty cute too. You just need to add more elements. But because this version already had a lot in it, that's the one that I like. So what I'm gonna do, I am actually going to duplicate this page. I can click on it. I'm gonna just click on it down here and do duplicate page. And then I'm gonna take off my text. Oh, let me see if I can show you something I almost forgot. Um, let's see with my text. I think it's called Text Maker. What that app has to offer. Yeah, Text Maker. So there's an app called Text Maker inside of Canva. So you can see that it has different presets already. So you can see you have like some gradients. There are pro and free versions. So I'm just scrolling through so you can see. Now you do, I believe, have to use the fonts that they already have. So let me see if there's a diamond preset. No. Um, Bling. Well, those were some corny blings. Let's see. Graffiti, neon, retro, metal. So let me play around with one of these and just see what happens. Let's do this metal. I just want to see. Unlock new designs. Insert. Oh, it's making me. I guess my trial is over. Let me see. Finish purchase. Oh yeah, this is a separate purchase. Okay, so that's new because I was. Oh, I was trying to click on a paid one. Okay, so good to know. So inside of Canva, there's an app called TextMaker. And inside of TextMaker, there's also a pro and a free version. So if you don't want to pay for that, be sure that you choose one that doesn't have a crown or that doesn't say pro. See, these say pro? Uh-huh. Till I always do my lettering again. So let's try this shadow. Let's change this text. I'm gonna just copy it from over here so I can get that accent E. So here it is in the preview. Let's see if we can change the font. Okay. It does give us a lot of options. Let's see if we see like a cute, boldy, cursive one. Let's use this Alex brush. And let's see what happens. Okay, so here's the preview. You can add shadows, 3D effects. Let's see. Outline. Outline one. I don't see anything. Oh, let's click on it so I can see. Turn it on. Okay, so it offers outlines. Okay, so we can do the double, single, and triple outlines here. I'm not mad at it. You will have to use the fonts that they have though. Let's change this to, did I save that purple? I did not. So it's not gonna let me select from the screen using the eyedropper tool. So how else can I do that and stay inside of Kim? Just a second. I'm gonna click here. So I went all the way back to the original text that we started with. Here's that 6-digit code. So I'm gonna copy it. Goes out of here. Go back to my text maker. Now I can change this color by typing in that. Ooh. So you can change the colors of each of the outlines. So this is exciting. Let's add this to the design and let's see. Quality. Okay, so you have to have the paid version for high quality. So we're just gonna do the medium. We'll click on add to design. So there it is. So I'm not mad at it. So it gives you a little more leeway over here. I'm not mad at it at all. So that was one technique that's using the text maker app. And I'm gonna add this to my second page though. All right. So far, oh my leg went to sleep. So far, I've shown you how to create the dimensions. Oh, it's getting down snowing outside. Do the dimensions. So in Canva, I do 5,000 by 5,000 pixels. I showed you how to use the magic media to create an AI image that you can use for the background. But I also showed you how to go to elements if you do not have the paid Canva version, where you can go in and see and type in the different things that you're looking for. And that's how I found those other background options. How to remove the background from the image and how to do the text layers, and then how to change this font, the size, the color, add an outline, and then also how to use the text maker. But I like to do my text in GIMP. So you could be done with this for real, if you want it to be, because I still think it's cute. It just need a little more dimension for me. So you can go in here and name the file. So we're gonna name this Bonnet from. I'm gonna just say that this is a square. And then I'm gonna go to share, download. Um, I want to do this as a PNG. I'll do this as a PNG as suggested. Oh, this can be JPG or PNG if you're ready to print. So if you're ready to print, it'll be a more compressed file if you do JPG. So you can do that as well from the drop down. So click on that. Choose just the page you want to keep. I'm gonna deselect, select all, and just click on page 1. Done. And then download. Okay. So that'll be the image right here in your downloads that you can go ahead and send to print or whatever you want to do with it. But I'm going to delete these text layers. So I'm just click on them. Delete. Make sure I have her where she needs to be. I'll keep her where she is. Then I'm going to go to share again. Download. I'm going to leave it as a PNG. Select just the first page. Done. And then download. Oh, I forgot I had my little diamond right here. I need to take that off. My bad. Delete. Let's do that again. Download. This first page. Done. Download. And then I'm going to download the image of just her without the backgrounds. So I'm going to delete the backgrounds and share one more time. Download PNG file. This time transparent background because I don't want anything behind her. Select only the first page. Done. Download. So now I'm about to really put my magic on this design over here in GIMP. So like we just showed, you could technically be done in Canva if you wanted to, but I just like to give more of a premium design. So I'm going to go over to GIMP. So here's my GIMP screen. If you have any of my trainings, you should know how to set this up to look the same way. If not, get the freebie for GIMPing is easy, and it'll show you how to download, install, and set up the preferences. So I'm going to go to File, New. Over here, I like to work 6,000 by 6,000 instead of the 5,000 by 5,000. But you can still do 5,000. Click on OK. OK again. It's going to give you your canvas. And it's going to give you whatever the color is that's in your active background color. So let's go ahead and save this. File, save as. I'm going to add this to my open orders folder. So it is important to be organized. I actually need to do a training on just organizing files. Okay, so remember we downloaded images from Canva. So now what we have to do is go over to File, Open as Layers, because we want to work in the same document. And then we're going to go to our Downloads folder. I'm going to modify the search so that I can see the most recent. So I'm going to grab the image and the background, the one with her in the background. Okay, so I forgot to do just the background. So let me see if it'll let me do it. Undo. Let me remove this image. Download. That's the first page. So this is how we're going to transfer everything to be used in GIMP. Here we go. So let's go back over here. File, open as layers. Downloads folder. Then I'm going to open just the image and just the background that I want to keep. So here they are separate. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, it doesn't fit my 6,000 by 6,000 canvas. So for some reason, it's showing a white border at the bottom. I probably didn't have it scaled correctly over in Canva. I'm just going to use my crop tool, which looks like a square made of two right angles. Make sure in my tool options over here in GIMP, that current layer only is selected and nothing else in that little group. And then I'm just going to click right inside of what I don't want to keep and then drag up to select it and hit enter to crop it. Oh, that was the wrong layer. Make sure the correct layer is selected. So make sure that this background layer is selected. Now let's try that again. Hit enter and then it's going to crop. So now we can scale it up to fit our canvas. So we're going to go to the scale tool. Looks like a small square in the top left corner pointing down to the right to a larger square. And then you can click on this layer and drag the corners or the edges, but you want to make sure that this aspect ratio is locked because then it's going to distort the image. And I like the way this looks, so I don't want to distort it. So you can drag the corners, the edges, or since we know the dimensions, we can make sure that the smallest dimension is 6,000. Hit tab. It's going to, by default, fill in the other one because we have the aspect ratio locked. Click on scale. And then we can use our alignment tool, which looks like a bar graph. So click on it, click on the image that we want to align. We'll know that it's selected because there'll be a square in each of the corners. And then in our tool options, just go to center, middle. So then it's just going to center it. And then As you can see, once I clicked on this image layer, from where the background was, there's a lot of space. You can tell by this yellow and black dotted line. I don't need that layer to be that big, so I'm gonna go to layer, crop to content, and then you see that yellow and black line just fits around the layer and nothing else. So let's go ahead and save. We can get rid of this black background layer because we made our own image layer. And now let's go in and add this text that I've been talking about. So I'm gonna go to the text tool, which looks like a black bolded capital A. In the tool options, this square, if you click on it, this is going to be all the fonts installed on your computer. And I'm going to grab the same one that I was using in Canva so you can see the comparison. So in Maria, I'm going to leave the active foreground color white. That would be the text color once I start typing. I'm just clicking here, start typing, maybe. They don't let me. There we go. Let me copy this name. So I can get the accent mark. All right. Paste it in there. So that's a little cheat code. Use my move tool. Move this up. And then I can duplicate this layer just like in GIMP. Move it down using the move tool. But I want to change this word to PROM or no, 2025. And then create another layer that says PROM. And I'll align this in a minute. So text tool, type in the word PROM, but I want this to be that bold font. So I'm gonna highlight this. That font was called Black something, I think. Hmm. Now I don't even remember. Look, let me go back over here again. So what's this called? Oh, there's an A in front of it. I was about to say, I know it said black something. A black. All right. There we go. So that's the same font. So now we have the fonts that we had over there in Canva. So to center these, you're going to use your alignment tool. Click on it. In the tool options, click on center. See, I was a little off. I want my PROM to be big, so I'm using my text tool to click on this. You can use this scale tool as well, but I like doing my text through the actual text tool when it comes to sizing, just in case I ever have like a misspelling. So I don't have to go all the way back. And because once you try to edit a word that's misspelled after you've created or scaled it up a larger size using the scale tool, it's gonna revert back to the size and color and effects that you scaled it from. So I had to learn that the hard way. So I like to do my text through the text tool. So that looks big enough. Use my alignment tool, center it. I can move it up or down using the move tool. And then I think I'm okay with the size of the 2025. So I'm gonna just align it. Okay. Let's save. And then now let's do the pretty stuff. So I believe I have a diamond fill effect or layer graphic. So I'm going to see if I can find that. I'm gonna go to my file folder though and look for it. Instead of going to file, open as layers, it's a little quicker this way. I'm gonna go to my jump drive where my graphics are. Let's type it in diamonds. There it is, my diamond field. You see, I got a lot of diamond stuff. So I'll probably be adding some of this to the design as well, maybe. I'm gonna minimize this. Let's find that diamond field. Let's drag it over. So there it is on the screen. I can scale it up. You can see the details of this element. So this might clash, but we're gonna see how it goes. So I want to move it up and I want it to completely cover the name. I need to scale it out just a little more. And then I'm gonna create a duplicate because I'm probably gonna do this for the 2025 as well. But I'm gonna turn off the visibility for now. So how this works, I know it looks wonky right now. We're gonna click on the layer that we want to apply this to. So you see when I clicked on it, you can now see the outline of it. You can't see the actual layer, but you can see the outline of it. We're gonna click on it, right click, alpha to selection. So now you can see the marching ants. You can see where the word technically is underneath. And I need to move this over because it's kind of cut off. Not that far. Then we want to right click on that text layer. Make sure that add alpha channel is grayed out. And you can see that it is. That simply means that once we remove this background, it's not going to fill it in with a solid color from our active background. So now we need to go to select on our menu bar, invert, or Control I if you would like keyboard shortcuts, or if you're on Mac, Command I. Hit delete on your keyboard, or if you're on Mac, edit clear, and then you're going to turn off the marching ants because you can see they're still marching by going to select none. So now we have like this diamond fill, but we need to create an outline layer so that we can create that contrast. But as you can see from where I removed the background, there's a lot of space left. So let's first go to layer on our menu bar, crop the content. Now, let's right click on this layer, turn the marching ants back on, and then we're going to create an outline. Piece of hair on me. I was about to say something on me. Select from the menu bar, grow. And then we're just going to choose a number to grow the selection by so that we can create that outline. And let me zoom in so y'all can see. And I just hit Shift and the plus key a couple times. So as you can see, once I did the grow selection at that size, the selection went out just a little bit. I want it to be thicker than that. So I'm gonna go edit, undo, and then select grow again and choose a larger number, say 45. So now our outline will be a little thicker. So to create the outline, you can go in and use your bucket fill tool here, but I like to create another layer for my outlines. So to do that, we're going to click on create new layer at the bottom of our layers window. First option. Let's do, hmm, let's do purple outline. I'm gonna do a double outline. So let's do the first one, purple, transparency with the fill width. If it's not transparency, click on it and choose it. Click on OK. Move this layer down. Use your down arrow so that it's underneath the diamond fill. And then you can go to the bucket fill tool or the gradient tool. So the bucket fill tool is going to be a solid color. If you do the gradient tool, you'll be able to use a gradient instead of a solid color. So let's do that. So you can see how it's already more fancy than Canva. But they both have their benefits. So let's go to the presets. And I know there's a purple preset in here already. I'm gonna go to the purples. You can change the shape. You click on it, you can see linear, bilinear, lineal, spiral, all that good stuff. I'm gonna just stick with linear for now. Click and drag it across. You can go from left to right, top to bottom, corner to corner. You can pull and drag these nodes, these little diamonds. You can also pull and drag the endpoints, and that'll change the direction and the way that your gradient looks. So it's completely up to you. That looks good to me. Once you get it in place, click inside of the marching ants to get rid of that box that was just here. Then hit enter on your keyboard to get rid of the guideline. And then we're going to go select none to get rid of the marching ants. So as you can see, here's one of the outlines. But it's the same size as our canvas. So we're going to go to layer crafted content. And then I'm going to do a white layer in between the diamond and our purple gradient to make it pop. So I'm gonna go back to the diamond layer, click on it, right click, alpha to selection, turn on those marching ants, and let's create another outline. So select row. Now we need to choose a smaller number because this 45 is where our purple gradient was, but we want it to be in between the purple and the diamond. So let's do like 30. Let's go a little smaller. Edit, undo, select row. Let's do 25. All right, create a new layer. Let's name this the white layer. I just want this to be a solid white. Make sure transparency is selected. Okay, drag it down. This time, because we're doing a solid white, we're just going to use our bucket fill tool. Make sure our active foreground color is white right here. You can just click on it. If it's not white, click on it and select white. Click on OK. Click inside of the marching ants. That's kind of hard to see. What if I do? Maybe I should have did the first outline gradient. Let me see. Let me put a white outline behind this one because that didn't break it up the way I needed it to. Select PROM. So now I'm doing a bigger number since it's going to be behind, and that's way too big. Oh, I selected the purple outline instead of diamond. I'm like, why is it so much bigger? A little tad bit bigger. And you'll get better with this because the numbers just depend on the font type, the size of the font, the size of your canvas. So you just have to play around with that. I know somebody's going to ask, so what size do we use? Completely up to you, but let's move this white all the way to the bottom. Bucket fill tool, white. Ooh, I've been on over an hour, Lord. Time goes by when you're having turn off the marching ants, select none. Okay, so this is what it would look like without the contrast or without the, because it's not contrast. Y'all know the term I'm looking for. I'm drawing a blank. This is what it would look like with the diamond fill. That's kind of cute. So I probably, for this background, would not do the diamond. So you can see how it's kind of conflicting. Now you can add more shadows and stuff to it. So let's play around with that. I'm gonna zoom out by hitting the minus key. So on the last layer, how you add shadows, filters, light and shadow. I, I would say a drop shadow. Make sure the preview is on. Change the color. I'm gonna do black because I need some contrast. Increase the opacity. Increase the blur radius. Is it doing anything? Oh, I know why. Because I did not crop this back layer. I'm sure like it's not working. So every time you click on a layer, you can see the boundaries of it. Look for the yellow and black dotted line. You see as I'm clicking, all of the layers do not have it cropped to content. So let's do that real quick. Now on this bottom layer, and you can add shadows to any layer. Filters, light and shadow, drop shadow, increase the opacity, increase the blur. There we go. So now you can see how I'm making it look like it's popping out against the background. Now again, I said I probably wouldn't use this on her name. I probably just use a solid color on her name. But that's how you add a shadow to the layer. So what I am going to do, I think I am going to add that diamond to the word prom and just do solid colors for her name in the 2025. So I'm going to turn off the visibility of that. Move her original text layer up. So remember it was down at the bottom. So if you see a T, this is the editable text layer. So I can go in here and start typing in this layer and it'll be just fine. But what I want to do is I just want to highlight everything in here and let's change it to different color. So over here in GIMP, how I got here, when I highlighted it, there's this box that pops up. Let me zoom out so y'all can see completely. So if I click in here and highlight it, there's this box that pops up. The little sub menu. You can increase the size here. You can change the font here. You can bold, italicize, underline, strike through. But here you can also change the color with this little box in the bottom right corner. Click on that. And you can choose the color from this rainbow spectrum. So you can click on here and then change the hue. Or if you know that 6-digit HTML notation or that 6-digit code that I was talking about over in Canva, you can paste it here if you want that color. So let's actually do that. You can see how I'm going back and forth between Canva and GIMP. So I'm getting that color, pasting it here. Okay, so there's that gray. Here's the gray. And you can turn off that other outline. So that's actually cute right there. So you can see how easy it is to manipulate the different layers over here in GIMP compared to Canva. So I like that one better. Now let's do the same thing for 2025, and then we'll close it out on PROM. Or do I want this to be purple? Decision. Decisions. Let's see what Bonnet looks like in purple. Because now I'm just being extra. Hope y'all got time. Because we are over our time frame, but I hope y'all got time. Copy that. Oh, let's see. I'm going to duplicate this layer so we have two options. Go in here, make sure our text tool is selected. Go in this box, paste that. On OK. Yeah, it's not giving a contrast. So I'm going to leave it at the gray. Okay, no worries. So let's do this 2025 with that same gray. And also you can do the main text layer in a gradient too if you wanted to do that. Same process as we did with the outline, except where you would apply it to the text layer. So you can go back and watch the replay if need be. Or if you're in GIMP Genius or the Academy, you'll get the step-by-step videos, not a long video. So if you need to do a gradient step, there's a short 2 to 3 minute gradient step instead of having to go in and find the timestamp to see when I talked about certain stuff. Okay, so there's the gray. We're going to do an outline with the gradient. So alpha to selection, let row. Doesn't need to be as big because it's not the same size as the name, but we do need to go to create new layer. Let's do purple outline. And it's going to give us a duplicated version because we already have a layer named that. That's just fine. Move that layer down. Let's go back to our gradient tool. Purple's already selected. I'm just going to click and drag it. Zoom in so y'all can see. Click inside of margin int, hit enter. Select none. Don't forget to crop it, layer crop the content. And then we're going to add a white outline in the shadow. Go back to the original, after selection, select row. Let's choose something a little bigger than 30. Let's say 50. Create new layer. Let's name this our white outlines. Transparency, hit enter. Move it down below the purple outline. Now, since we're doing a solid color, bucket fill tool, white. Turn off the marching ants by going to select none. Layer crop to content. Now let's go to filters. And if we wanted to repeat that exact same drop shadow that we put on her name, it's already there. So we can just go to repeat drop shadow and it's going to repeat it. And I guess I could leave PROM white and do, ooh, I got it. Let's leave PROM white. Let's do an outline with the diamond print. and with the gradients. Let's do that. I just got excited. I don't know why I started talking like that. That's funny. Let's save this though, so we don't lose our work. File save. Mm-hmm. Let's go to, where's my prom layer? My Zoom stuff is in the way. There it is. Let's drag this duplicated diamond fill and move it down so that it's above prom. And I'm just going to move it down in our layers window to just above the word prom. Let's go to prom, the actual text layer, alpha to selection. So you can see it here, the marching ants. This one, hit the, oh, I went too fast. I got to invert because I just did delete first. So we need to invert. So I'm going to control I, now delete. I'm still going too fast. I forgot to make it bigger. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm too excited. Way too excited. So with the prom layer, we need to go to, let me just start over. So boom, I moved it down, right? I moved down the diamond field. Let's right click on the text layer. We're creating an outline, remember? That was my fault. So let's go to select grow. Let's see what the 50 look like. Now, let's click on this diamond layer, select invert, and then delete. Okay. Turn off the marching ants by going to select none, and then move that layer down. Ooh. All right, so you see we got a diamond outline, but I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna put a little purple in between there. And we're done. But that's very cute. This turned out way cuter than I thought it was gonna turn out though. So let's right click, from, select grow. I'm gonna choose a smaller number. Select grow. Let's do purple outline again. Transparency. Move it down. Gradient tool. The purple's already selected. Click in there, hit enter. Select none. All right, so you see how it separated it? It made it pop out a little bit more. So here it is without that purple outline. It kind of blends in with the whites from the diamond fill. But if we put that gradient layer in there, boom, layer across the content. And let's say I want to move this up above the 25. And if you wanted to add some more gradients, if you wanted to do an outline or a shadow on her, you can do that because she is her own image. So that she is with that same shadow effect. I don't necessarily need it on there. I kind of like it the way it is. But there are lots of opportunities, lots of ways to put your own effects, your own spin on it. I think I want to make her a little bigger though. Enter her again. What y'all think? Oh, I like Canva because I can do these kind of effects with the text fields. Although it didn't look the best with our background being so busy, but that's how you do it. But we do have a little diamond fill behind our PROM. You're gonna save. Then you're gonna go to File, Export As, and you're going to export this as either a JPG or a PNG file, depending on where you're printing and what you're doing. Click on Export. And all of my Zoom stuff just got in my way. Export. Make sure you know what folder you're saving it to. This is my, and I just realized I spelled square wrong. I put two A's in there. That's funny. Other menu that pops up, you're going to click on OK or yes or whatever it says. And that exported file is going to be the file that you use to print or to send to the printer. Now, if you wanted to post this on social media, you want to add your watermark, you just add your watermark at the top layer and then turn down the opacity so that it's not overpowering the design, and then export it again and post it. Thank you, Dee. Any questions? Zoom, y'all got any questions? Y'all got dibs right now. And remember, if you are a member of the Design and Profit Academy, it is, oh, why did we do that? Oh, I know why. It's still $19.87 per month until 11:59 my time. It's 6:30 right now. You can lock that in. The price is gonna go up. I might continue to do a birthday sale, but not at the 97. It's probably gonna be 38 since I turned 38. But it's originally supposed to be 197. So your needs be getting in. Oh, thank you, Karen. That's beautiful as usual. I appreciate it. If you are not already a member, you can go to designingmadeeasy.com. If you're looking to become a member, you're gonna scroll down to the Academy section. Bam. There's not a whole lot on this page. Go to the button that says turn your creativity into cash. And this is going to take you to where you can check out. You can read through everything. Phase 1 is designing. Phase 2 is setting up all your payment options. Phase 3 is getting all your graphics and editable templates and getting access to the live blitzes and challenges. So you just click on the button, get started. Click on join, and it's going to take you back to that screen. So we're going to check out for the 1987. Boom, right there. And once you get in there, it'll unlock this membership section for you. It's going to say Design and Profit Academy. That's where you're going to find your events tab. This is where you're going to get all the Zoom room links, the feed. This is where you're going to be able to ask your questions and post stuff, post your designs or whatever you want to do there. So you can go to replays. That's going to be for replays that are not typically for the public. But then it's also going to unlock this phase 1, which includes GIMP Genius, Canva Champs, AI Design Magic. So what I did tonight, I just kind of lumped everything together and showed you how I use everything at once simultaneously. But each of these go step by step in shorter videos for that particular software. So right here, as you can see, don't mind that. That's just what I can see. Y'all can't see it. So you can see download, everything is broken down into its own separate steps. So you see text fields is its own layer, outline or video. Outlines is its own video, shadow effects on video, blah, 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 blah. And it's like that for Canva Champs, AI Design Magic. And then phase 2 is going to get to the business stuff, getting you paid. Those all have their own shorter modules. And then phase 3 is going to give you access to your elements and your templates. But again, also here in the Academy portal, the events, when I have the Blitz, 1-day blitzes and the 5-day challenges, you'll get the links in the events tab here. So it's one hub for the Design and Profit Academy, and it's going to be under the membership section. That's it, y'all. So here it is in Canva using the text maker app and the regular text. And you don't want to put important parts at the very edge of your design. And here it is in GIMP. So you can see I was able to add a lot more dimension in here so that it pops and looks a little better here. Any questions? I'm sorry I held y'all a little longer today. But I think it was worth it. I'm gonna make this the front. So Canva versus GIMP. Thank you, you two. I appreciate it. All right. I don't see any questions to leave the replay up, but I'm pretty sure you're going to benefit the most by either signing up for Get Genius or Canva Champs separately, or instead of getting them separate, you can just do the monthly Academy membership and get access to all the other stuff that I just mentioned. Get Genius, Canva Champs, AI Design Magic, Branding Your Business, Selling Made Easy with Shopify, Easy Etsy Selling, Training Designer Vault, and Template Crew. But that's it for me. So I'm gonna hop off of here. Happy Tuesday. And if you are in the Academy, we do have a Q&A Winning Wednesday session tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you, Karen, you as well, and I will see y'all on the next call.